Everyone we see ahead of us from here on is enemy. Evil 3-1, this is 3-3 on your 6. Good day for blowing shit up. Roger that. Battle carry Sabo. Loader ready.
Alright, I'm here with Karl-Magnus, who is General Manager of DICE Studios, responsible for Battlefield 3. Thanks very much for talking to us today.
No, thank you.
Alright, so we've had a playthrough of the multiplayer here. First thing we noticed is, of course, there's new classes. What can you tell us about those?
Well, there's fewer classes that we've had, and especially if you compare it to Battlefield 2, which this is the spiritual successor of, so to say. We have learned a lot from the different titles that we released so far. We always look at what the community is saying, but also what the telemetry is saying about how people play it. So we made some changes. One of them being, for instance, that the assault guy can also be the guy on the battlefield that also now helps out his squad mates by reviving them and throwing out health packs.
And the other thing that immediately sprang out was weapons. 3 new attachments per weapon, and new weapons?
Well, we don't really explain all the different weapons that we have now, but there will be lots of weapons in there. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I understand. We particularly liked the area effect of the multiplayer, where when one team pushed through one area, the game didn't simply stop. It expanded on and on. How did that come about?
Well, I mean, in Bad Company 2, I think it was when we introduced the game mode called Rush. No, sorry, it was already in Bad Company 1. But I mean, the idea was that we wanted to have an objective-based game mode in contrast to Conquest, which is the open environment, do whatever you want, these kind of things. We're now taking that one step further. We make it more and more iconic. So each base, you can move from the park in the Paris level we see here into the subway, which is a completely different environment, and then up on the streets. And then, so we want to have a lot of variation in different environments. And this is where Frostbite 2 really helps out, that you can do these kind of changes.
Sure thing. The other thing, there seems to be more environment destruction in this game. Is that correct?
Oh, there definitely is. I mean, we want to keep the heritage of the dynamic environments that we've had before. Both the small-scale destruction, that you can take out covers, also that you can take down houses. But since we have much more urban environments now as well, like inside Paris, you can't take down the houses altogether there. But we have a full-on like facade destruction outside of the houses. So that's definitely new as well.
On mark. Driver, move out, full throttle.
Where do you see the franchise going from here?
Well, I mean, first of all, we're going to take care of this product post-launch. We've been doing this, we're getting better and better at it and actually taking care of our products. We see it as an investment for people to start playing our game, and there needs to be capability or possibilities for like getting new maps and these kind of things. We're going to keep releasing patches and all these kind of things. So that's an investment for us, I have to say. But then we'll see. You never know what happens in the future.
So Battlefield 2 was such a huge game for you guys. What would count as a success for Battlefield 3?
A success would be if we make a better game than the game that we did before. So if we make a game that is better than Battlefield Bad Company 2, then we're all happy.
Have you ever played Modern Warfare?
Of course, it would be foolish enough if I didn't play the other games.
Right. And how do you seek to distinguish yourself from that product? Obviously the two games are very different.
Well, they're very different, but also very similar in different ways, how you look at it. But I mean, we try to make the best game we can. We don't try to make the same game as our competitors, and they don't try to do the same game that we are doing. And I think that's a healthy way of looking at it. We believe that we have something we strongly believe in, like the huge open environments. We have vehicles, we have destruction. We believe that we have a game that have a much bigger width, so to say, and more interest and more depth. But it's going to come down to how you like to play your games.